Okay, so a lot of what twin flames go through, as well as clearing ancestral patterns, or they're often born into quite wounded family lines, quite wounded bloodlines, and we are here to help clear those. It's like things are passed down in the DNA from like your grandparents to your mum to the twin flame or whatever, and it's like the buck stops here with it. And I've noticed that has been something that has been passed down. Like there's some patterns in my family that have been passed down, and I've noticed to a certain extent me living out that pattern or experiencing that pattern to then be able to change it. As I've said in a previous video, your direct experience is far more powerful than anything you could possibly learn to then pay forward to someone else. And I feel like I deliberately created this state within myself as a child. We're very wise as children and we don't give ourselves credit for this, but I basically deliberately did something and then forgot that I'd deliberately done it, and got all stressed out about the fact that maybe it was a permanent state. And then just the other day I realised that it was always meant to be temporary, where I put a division in between myself to for a few reasons. One, put a division in between Cheryl and Louise so that I could be part of that family lineage, that family pattern, and experience it, but not totally lose myself at the same time, not totally lose that awareness of it's not supposed to be that way. And yeah, I also did it to try to save my parent, or my mum and my gran. I feel like it's the women in my family that this has been passed down through, and it's an inability to fully express themselves or fully step into their power and to live what they truly want to do. I feel like unconsciously my gran has put a lot on me that she resents about her life, and I know that it's not intentional. She's one of my biggest cheerleaders. Like, she's always been like, she was that person that would come to my school shows and stuff and sit in the front row and like support me in everything that I do. But at the same time, she would tell me things like, oh, I wish I'd been able to play the violin, like I was never allowed to, or I really wanted to go and live in Australia as a child, but the rules were different then, and my dad wouldn't sign the papers and everything. And then possibly she put that onto my mum, and my mum might have done the same thing that I've done, and take some of that on to, because you just love them so much and you want to take that pain away from them, especially as a child, because you don't really understand. You can just feel that parent is suffering in some way, or the grandparent is suffering in some way, and you want to help ease that pain. But actually it's just ended up making me feel like I've got a weight on my shoulders and I'm carrying around this baggage that's stopping me from really being able to fly, essentially. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just trying to make you see how, especially in twin flame family lines, how this happens. Like, that things are passed down, and it's not until it gets to that person where they're like, I've got to change this pattern. Like, they take on so much that they then but they do that out of love. And then, like, the other day I did a process with a friend to give that pain back and to take it off of myself, so that I can then just really step into who I was in the first place. I feel like we get quite distracted sometimes in life. We come in and we're like, we know exactly who we are and what we're about and what we're here to do, and then we end up kind of going off in the wrong direction sometimes, or what feels like the wrong direction, until we have more information. But it's like, and it's almost like a process of learning who you were before the world told you who you were supposed to be. So yeah, but I guess what I was saying is that that's an important thing to look at. What patterns you see in your parents or in your grandparents or however far back you can go, and try to notice what has been passed down, and what you're experiencing that they experienced, that you can transmute that into love rather than fear or depression or resentment or any negative emotions that have come down with that. Like, you have had the experience which you can now understand other people what they're feeling, but you can now transmute that into love and be the way shower for the rest of your lineage. Okay? So yeah, so if you've got any questions or anything you want to talk about, I'd love for you to send me a message or like make a comment at the bottom of the video or something. It really helps me clarify things, and I love to be able to help people. That's really what's underneath all of this. Like, you just want to help people with what you've been through, and just help them get from A to B faster than you did. Alright, so thank you for listening, and I hope you're all having a lovely day.